the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original eSport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we're here with the Aces Up Sim Sports Spring 410 Sprint Series right here at Weedsport. Thank you very much for joining me. I will be your host. My name is Kate Marstolfus, and I am ready to bring you some quintessential short track racing. I have no idea if I used that word correctly, but by golly, it sounded good. Checkered flag is waving on our practice session. Tyler Schell, fastest in practice. But now, it is time for qualifying. What's up, Al? Good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. Miss you. I miss you, Al. We need to start another plague. Qualifying is underway. Tyler Schell in the 85, one of the first ones out on the track. Newcomer, Bryce Honstein. Listen, guys, I do the best I can with what I got. I got 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place, okay? So Bryce out on the speedway. Honstein? He's out of Oklahoma. I know that much. I can say that. All right, qualifying underway. That being said, we are going to step away for the national anthem. No one going anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's heat race action.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back to Weedsport as this field gets ready to roll out once again for another night of heat race and feature action. Just 18 cars signed up for tonight's event, so you'll have to bear with me. We will have at least 2 heat races, but then it becomes, do we see a B main or do we just go straight to the A? And I think we're gonna go straight to the A. But let's get right into our starting lineup for this one. Tyler Shell, Ryan Avila on the front row. Shell with a quick time of 13.012. Row number 2, Kenny Hoffman in the 11, Ross Kaiser in the 8, Ian Forster in the 20, and Dylan Ayler in the 92 make up row number 3. Row 4, Michael Cooper in the 12, and Cody Bodie in the 01, and the 1WS of Wyatt Schuart, bringing up the tail end of our starting lineup for heat race number 1. Pace truck gonna get out of the way. If we do have a consolation, we do take the top 6 straight to the A as the green flag comes out. Tyler Shell wastes no time going to the top shelf. Got that early jump, and he is going to use it to take over the race lead. Ryan Avila, Kenny Hoffman trying to follow in behind him. Avila taking a peek to the inside, can't get the run off of 4. Shell holds on to it for the moment. Kenny Hoffman in 3rd place, carrying a nose camera for us here. Hoffman digging hard right now. Top 3 pulling away just a little bit from everyone else. Avila still trying to find a way to make that inside work. A little bit of the right rear catching the wall there. Track really slicking off, 5 laps to go. Avila getting a good run off the bottom of the corner. Shell not able to get as good of a run. Shell doesn't look very good from the middle off. Avila looking very solid from the middle off, and here he is. He's got a shot, pinched it down a little bit too much. So Tyler Shell, even though he's not looking comfortable, doing a good job at holding off Ryan Avila. But he is one bobble away from Avila taking it to the house here in heat race number 1. So Shell, Avila, Hoffman, Forster, Ayler, and Wyatt Schuart. Ross Kaiser dropped out after 2 laps. White flag comes out. Andrew Allen, good to see you. And so Tyler Shell going to be able to hold on to it. Avila, Hoffman, Forster, Ayler up 1, Wyatt Schuart up 3 to finish into what should be our final transfer spot if we have a consolation. Keep in mind we signed up 18 drivers for the race tonight. 20 drivers start the A main. But in a full field, we would take the top 6 out of each heat race. Not quite a full field here tonight. So let's get into the starting lineup for heat race number 2. On the inside of row number 1, that is the 24 of Tanner Pettit. To the outside, the 86, Timothy Smith. Row number 2, Chase Stewart in the 40. And on the outside, that is the 7 of Connor Dudek. Row 3, Ashton Mealer in the 5, and T. Billy on the outside of the 3rd row. Ty Schobelock and Bryce Honstein in row 4. And Dustin Sargent bringing up the tail end of the field for this one here tonight. Heat race number 2 rolling out. Gonna let him loose next time by. All right, heat race number 2. Gonna get the green flag pace truck. Starts to hustle its way off the racetrack. Pettit, Smith lead this field to green, and here we go. Pettit, big jump through 1 and 2. Early lead to the 24. Chase Stewart down on the bottom trying to make something happen to get around Timothy Smith. Four cars battling for third place. Stewart has third. Dudek, Mueller, and Tanner Miller hoping to find a way around. Dudek right through the middle, trying to get a good run. Dudek can't quite make it happen. Stewart holds on to third, but now Dudek under pressure from the 5 of Mueller. As Tanner Pettit out in front, he is pulling away. About a half-second lead over second place Timothy Smith. Oh, and Smith hard into the wall there, that right rear. Fighting a little bit more than he would have liked to have had. 4 laps to go here in heat race number 2. Tanner Pettit started on the inside of the front row. Green flag came out, and he has been the man to beat this entire heat race. Gonna get 2 laps to go, and he looks like he is planning to lead this one from flag to flag. Meanwhile, Stewart under pressure from Dudek. Dudek down on the bottom. Stewart on the high side. White flag this time by. Pettit takes the white flag. These guys get single file. But Pettit through 3 and 4, and Tanner Pettit going to win heat race number 2. Chase Stewart in third, Smith second, but Dudek, Mueller, and Miller your top 6. Schobelach, Sargent, and Honstein bring up the rest of heat race number 2. And we are going into a warm-up session. So that means everyone going straight to the A main. Well, that being said, let's take a moment and take a look at our point standings as they come into tonight's event. Tyler Schell with a point lead at 378 points. Average starting spot for the 85, up in third. Good place to start. Tanner Pettit second in points, followed closely by Aiden Forster, Ryan Avila, and then Timothy Smith round out the top 5 in our point standings. Just 4 races left, or 4A mains left if you count tonight. Next week we will be at Kokomo. April 18th we will be at Knoxville. And then the final race of this spring series on April 25th will be the dirt track at Charlotte. Hope y'all will join us for that one as well. So that being said, guys, gonna step away for a minute. Want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Of course, Finishline Race Designs. We don't have much to say about them officially, except for they do a great job. They support this series and they give away some paint schemes and whatnot to the winners and lucky drawers and all that stuff. So thank you very much, Finishline Race Designs. You can find them on Facebook. But with that being said, gonna step away here as Advanced Sim Racing would like to talk to you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our drivers are taking to the track once again. Gonna work in that track a little bit. Had a bit of a reset, so this warm up. Going to let them iron it out. Wear it in a skosh. A smidge. Just about a minute left in the warm-up session. "35 laps our distance for tonight's A main." It's going to go very quickly here at Weedsport. With an 18-car field, we got introduced to all of our A main drivers a little bit earlier tonight. Let me know who you think is going to win tonight's show. If I had to pick, man, Tanner Pettit put on a dominating performance in Heat 2. Ryan Avila, though, he was working Tyler Shell hard in Heat 1, so be watching for those guys. But Forster and Smith, no slouches either. Field starting to grid up for tonight's 35 lap A main. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's starting lineup, presented by Aces Up Sim Sports. Tyler Shell in the 85 on the inside of row number 1. On the outside, that is the 24 of Tanner Pettit. Row 2, the 49 of Ryan Avila, and the 86 Timothy Smith. Row number 3 is the 11 of Kenny Hoffman and Chase Stewart in the 40. Row number 4, Aiden Forster and Connor Dudek in the 7. Row 5, Dylan Ayler and Ashton Mueller. Row number 6, going to be Wyatt Schuhart and Tanner Miller. Row 7, Cody Bodie in the 01 and Ty Schoblock in the 17. Michael Cooper and Dustin Sargent make up row number 8. Row 9, Ross Kaiser and Bryce Honstein. 9. Oh, man, wish I knew proper English. I'm sorry, Bryce. Still looks good on paper, man. Love that last name. One more time around before we begin 35 lap A main. Pace truck peels off. Here we go for the first time tonight. Green flag is out. Tyler Schell, early lead. Down to the bottom he goes. Tanner Pettit to the high side. Pettit gonna get a good run up off the corner, but Schell matches him on the inside. Schell, Pettit, Smith, and Avila. Avila down on the bottom as he battles with Timothy Smith in the 86. Hoffman in the 11 found himself a nice little spot to ride around for the moment. He's not under any pressure, but Forster is. Ashton Mueller and Chase Stewart trying to hustle. So Pettit, Schell going at it for the race lead. Tyler Schell using that bottom lane. Pettit has the fastest lap of this A main last time by, turning a 14.13. So Pettit has some speed in that race car. Schell trying to make it very hard for the 24 to get by. Can he hold him off for almost another 30 laps? We're 7 in, 35 our total lap distance. Check in on some of our other competitors here. Connor Dudek in the 7, battling hard with the 40 of Chase Stewart. On board with the 40 of Stewart as Dudek is all over the back bumper. Dylan Ayler back in 12th place. Look just ahead, you see Wyatt Schuhart in front of him. As Schell and Pettit continue to battle it out. 25 laps to go. Pettit in the 24, slide job for the race lead. These two have been getting close to this epic battle, and they have started by trading sliders. Schell throws a block on the 24. Tyler Schell doing all he can to keep that 24 trapped behind him. Avila in 3rd, Smith in 4th. Aiden Forster rounds out your top 5. Forster under pressure from Kenny Hoffman. Hoffman in 6th. Pettit with another slide job. Can he make it work this time? Tyler Schell, good run down on the inside. Shell gonna return the favor, but does he keep it glued to the bottom? He does. Pettit with the momentum. Oh, and a big crossover as they went into turn one. Shell and Pettit really getting after it. These two are mixing it up, and we got 19 laps to go. A little bit of a bump there. Pettit saying, Tyler, get moving or I'm gonna move you. This time it looks like maybe Pettit has something going. And so with 17 laps to go, Tanner Pettit takes over the top spot. Here comes Tyler Shell with a big slider, trying to fight back. But I think the momentum is on the side of the 24 right now. Pettit getting a little bit further ahead each time, but Shell just not giving up. Gonna have lap traffic here that's gonna mix this up a little bit. Dustin Sargent, Bryce Honstein. I'm gonna go with Honstein. Like Frankenstein, Honstein, that's what I'm gonna go with. Bryce. I'm gonna go with 12 laps to go in the A main, and I've settled in the Honstein. Pettit gonna navigate lap traffic better than Tyler Shell, and Tanner Pettit gonna come away cleanly here. Now down to 11 laps to go, and the yellow flag gonna come out for the first time. Cody Bodie in trouble. Dylan Ayler as well. Let's see what happened to bring out our first caution. Ard Racing, 3 wide off of turn number 2. Oh, and Ayler just gets it wrong, and he and Bodie go for a spin. Both drivers keep it going though. Slight contact with the bumpers. I think everyone's gonna be all right. Maybe a little bit of angry drivers out there, but race cars are fine. So got through about 25 laps before we had our first cautions. We're gonna have about 10 laps to go when the green flag comes out. Lights go out on the pace truck one more time around. Pettit has the race lead. Shell in second. Ryan Avila third. Timothy Smith fourth, and Aiden Forrester in fifth. Pace truck clears out. Here we go once again. Green flag is out. Shell with the slider, Pettit with the counter. This caution has really bunched everyone up, and now Tyler Shell feeling the pressure from Ryan Avila in the 49, Timothy Smith in the 86. trying to work that high side and make something happen. 8 laps to go this time. '85 Michelle going defensive once again. Oh, pinches off. Avila in the 49, the 20, and the 86 going to get even closer. Meanwhile, Pettit running away with this. Tyler Shell, big issues in the 85. He backs up to 6. Our point leader in trouble here, falling back after starting on the front row. So Pettit in the 24, our race leader. As we look out the back of this race car, he's got smooth sailing for right now. 4 laps to go. He just doesn't want to see that caution flag. And there it is, caution flag coming out. That is nuts, what Pettit wanted to see. Let's take a look at what brought our second caution flag of the night out. Up and over goes Ty Shovelok. Big time air down the front stretch. '17 just getting a little bit too high through 3 and 4, tags the wall, and up and over he goes. Frame digs in, shoots him skyward. Good news is, well, it's just cartoon racing. He didn't feel a thing, right? All right. Lights are going to go out on the pace truck this time. Pace truck down in the way. The 24, Tanner Pettit grabs the throttle and we get back into it. 3 laps to go. Pettit on the outside. Forster Smith and yellow flag once again. As old saying, cautions breed cautions. This one was a stack up going into the corner. Green flag comes out, and then we have a big stack up going into turn 1. And Ashton Mueller goes around. On board with the 5 of Mueller. So he's able to keep it going, but not before the yellow flag comes out and slows the field up once again. Ashton Mueller has pulled it onto pit road. We'll see if he's gonna get whatever's broke fixed and get back out there. Not a lot of time to make that happen, but he does manage to rejoin. Lights go out on the pace track. Tanner Pettit just gonna try and bring this one home. Here we go, green flag is out. 2 laps to go. Next time around, we get the white flag. Final lap, Tanner Pettit trying to hold on. Forrester in second. Third, Timothy Smith, Abla Hoffman, as Shell continues to fall backwards. But here comes Tanner Pettit off of turn number 4 in the 24. Picks up the win here at Weedsport. Go ahead and take a look at the rest of our results for this one. Forster second, Smith in third. We're going to talk to those guys as soon as they get their equipment off. Ryan Avila, Kenny Hoffman in fifth. Sixth place goes to Connor Dudek. Tyler Shell seventh. Wyatt Schuart eighth. Tanner Miller ninth. 10th goes to Chase Stewart. Ross Kaiser 11th. 12th goes to Cody Bodie. Dylan Ayler 13th. 14th, Ty Schomelach. Michael Cooper 15th. 16th, Bryce Hunstein. Hunstein. Golly, get it right. Dustin Sargent and Ashton Mueller bring up tail end of the field. Well, that being said, let's get right into our post-race show by talking to our race winner, and that is the 24 of Tanner Pettit. Tanner, congratulations, man. Nice job on that race win.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Man, that 24 looked bad fast in the heat race, but you were in heat 2. Tyler Shell was in heat 1. It was hard to judge our heat race winners as who was going to be the fastest in this feature, but it looks like you prevailed.
Yeah, I knew Tyler was going to be good there. I think this track kind of suits both of our preferences, so both of us love it and are pretty good here. That was an absolute blast for the first 20-25 laps. We went nonstop green, and we were just going at it, slider after slider after slider. I was trying to change it up, trying to put myself in front of him, and I really couldn't. I feel like I was just stuck behind him, like just throwing the bomb and letting him get back under. Once we caught lap traffic, I was kind of able to get the lead, and they ended up getting together back there, and I was able to get the job done.
Well, man, I'll tell you, once you got out in front, you were gone. It wasn't like anyone had much for you.
Yeah, I was running that really weird line in 1 and 2, and I knew it would be really, really hard to run on a restart, especially with my teammate trying to stick the bottom in 1. So that last lap, or last 2 laps, I decided to stick it. I knew my teammate was going to be way better than me down there. Luckily, we were able to hold him off for just only a lap or 2.
All right, man. Well, nice job picking up the race win. Shout out, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
Most of all, I'd like to thank Aiden and Ryan, my teammates from Momentum Sim Sport. They've been a blast to work with the last year or so. Speedshop51.com. I've been trying to build performance setups over there. Trackside Collective, Jimmy P Tools, Sure Competition Esports, Joey Linger Photography, and Verdict Clothing. Thank you, guys. That was a blast.
All right. Well, man, nice job, and thanks for the heck of a show.
Yeah, that was, like I said, that was so much fun.
All right, that is our race winner, Tanner Pettit. Tanner, once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now let's move on to our second place finisher here tonight, and that is the driver of the 20. That is Aiden Forster. Aiden, congratulations. Solid second place run for you here tonight.
Yeah, it took me all night to figure out how to drive the thing, but we figured it out when it mattered and was able to come out with a second place finish. I'm happy with that. Felt like we had something for Tanner there, just a few laps short.
Just a few laps short, but man, you did have a couple cautions to try and get you caught up to it. What were you thinking when you saw those yellow flags start trickling out?
Yeah, that second to last caution I was happy for, but I completely missed the start. So I'm glad another one came out and gave me a better shot at it because I missed that first one. But that's just a part of it. Hopefully see how the points come out after this. Hopefully we gain some points on everybody and can hopefully come out the championship.
Well, man, you got to keep digging and get after it. And I think it's going to come down to the wire between the top three because y'all are very close in points right now.
Yeah, the top three is very close. I honestly don't know who's going to win it. So we'll see in the next few weeks who wins it. And hopefully it's one of the speed shop guys that can come out with it and we can carry this to next season.
All right, man. Shout out, thank yous. Anything you need to add for this second place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank SpeedShot51.com, Mac Tools, Trackside Collective, and Tanner Pettit for all the work he puts in for us. He's the man. He's the guy that gets us all the speed and can't think of enough.
All right, man. Nice job once again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is Aiden Forrester, our second place finisher. But now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium. That is the 86 Timothy Smith. Timmy, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'll tell you what, Andrew Allen's going to be happy you're on the podium.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm sure he's watching. He's a good driver, man. He's a pretty nice guy.
All right, well, a solid third place finish for you. Had a heck of a battle all race long. That was 35 laps, hard-fought racing for you. Tell us a little bit about what was going on out there.
Oh, it's these guys been fast every single week, and they've been on their game. So we've been just trying to catch up, man, and get faster every single week. Which this night they really had to fight for it, but they just been really good and really smooth, and they're just really good competitors, man. I just like racing with them, honestly.
Well, a solid run for you, and it looked like a lot of fun throughout the top five, I'd say. Top five finishers. Y'all were mixing it up pretty good. So, man, coming away with third place feels good for you, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is the best I've been every single week. This is the best I've felt so far. So, I mean, we're getting there, man. This 86 car's been getting faster every single week. Just shout out to the M9 guys for helping us all out, and I appreciate all the support.
All right, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
Just Tiger Towing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Stewart House, Toyo Star, Castle and Sun Farms, Colton Crane Racing, like I said, M9, Aces Up, Chad puts on a great league. Can't thank him enough, and you for the broadcast.
All right, man. Well, nice job, and, man, congratulations on third place.
Thank you.
All right, now, that is it for our podium finishing drivers. Let's move on now to the driver who had to work the hardest and pass the most cars here tonight. That is, well, that's Ross Kaiser, bringing it home with the Hard Charger Award. Ross finishing in 11th place, and you bring it home you bring home the Hard Charger Award by gaining 6 spots. Tell us how you did it tonight.
I did the carnage. Sadly, all I'm capable of in this league lately has been Hard Charger when I've shown up. Just been struggling a lot on this build, and luckily I was able to just stay alive and capitalize on that. But yeah, that was about it. Just keeping consistent, smooth laps. Sadly, I just couldn't go forward far enough.
Well, man, I'll tell you, watching these guys mix it up, and then seeing you gain those 6 spots, it had me wore out.
Yeah, it was definitely a tricky track. Weedsport's always been probably the hardest track on the sim. It's really hard to get right because it races way different than any other track in the game, and just hard to set up for. And Speed Shop's just been able to crank out the sets and just be a lot more consistent than everyone else, and everyone's just got a lot of catching up to do.
Well, man, it was great watching you work through the field here tonight. Shout out, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
Yeah, I gotta thank all the guys at Nitro Circus and Racecraft Academy, Next Level Racing, Penguin RC, all of them for the support. It's always a huge help. And also M9 Performance, all their setup help has been tremendous lately, and we've just all been working together trying to get better, and it's definitely helped out. And gotta thank Ty Showblock and Kenny Hoffman they've also been stepping up a lot, helping out, and it's definitely been working. Still got some work to do, but it's definitely coming together.
All right, man. Well, nice job, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. Have a good one.
That is Ross Kaiser, tonight's Horde Charger. And that is going to do it for us here at Weedsport. Hope y'all enjoyed the show, and I hope y'all will be with us next week as we head to Kokomo. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a good night.